Hey YouTube, this your boy Yusuke Urameshi back again, talking to you. I know most of you are watching E3, and E3 is awesome. We all love the game conference because we hang out and expect to be surprised and find out about new games that we didn't think were coming out at the time, or ones that we expected to come out, but we wanted to find out a little bit more details. Well, Sony went and dropped the hammer, basically, destroyed everybody at E3, and essentially announced two games that people had been waiting on for decades now. The first I want to talk about is Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII, as you all know, is the amazing RPG that actually kickstarted a second wave of Square Enix success from RPGs, especially here in the West. They had already been a very successful company in Japan, but Final Fantasy VII was really the launch pad for Square Enix here in the United States and abroad markets. It was a game that I grew up with in my childhood, one of the very first RPGs I ever played, and a game that, going back to after coming from today's standards, is fairly ugly. I mean, let's be honest here, the polygons didn't hold up. Gameplay's still excellent, the story's still excellent, none of that's changed, but it did need a graphical overhaul, and we're getting it. We're finally getting a remake that we've all asked for time and time again since we saw that tech demo back in 2005. I was extremely ecstatic about that announcement. I had waited a very long time for this game, and now to have it finally happening, it's totally amazing. And now the second game I wanted to discuss was one that I really didn't expect to hear anything about, especially at Sony's press conference, given the fact that the second version of this game was on the Microsoft platform. It was an Xbox game, Shenmue 3. Now, this game wasn't formally announced by Sony. They're not publishing it or anything like that. What they did, though, was use their mega platform to launch the Kickstarter for Shenmue 3. And I gotta say, I never expected to see this game to see the light of day. Words don't express how joyous this occasion is and how much I've actively anticipated a final closure to a series that left us on a cliffhanger that we assumed we'd get another game in a couple years, and it's been 14 years, 14 long years of not knowing anything. There was no information, there was no, oh, this may happen, nothing. We were just in limbo for 14 years, but finally it's been resolved. Kickstarter has been fully funded. I mean, they're knocking out the stretch goals. It's looking like this Kickstarter may surpass $6 or $7 million before all is said and done, which would be a phenomenal success for Shenmue, and hopefully it would help them gain the recognition of some major publisher out there that would give them the funding they need to truly make this the sequel we all have been waiting for. So those are my thoughts on those two announcements at E3. I'm sure I'm going to have more thoughts as time goes on, but yeah, it was awesome. Bang.